Welcome back to the Hartbeat Podcast. I'm Jay McGee. I am with my co-host, Zane Hutton.
Pleasure to meet y'all.
And today we are talking to the big man himself, Rob Horner. Welcome.
Thank y'all for having me.
All right, so we have Rob Horner here today, and with him, he's a 6'7" man right here, post player for basketball for the Hartfield varsity team, and I'd like to get into the game that we've done today so far. So, Jane, start us off here.
So before we start off on the whole games, especially today's game, I want to go through kind of a brief overview. One thing, you did say I had one thing wrong before we started, but we got a win against Clinton Christian, which was a pretty big win. We got a win against Oak Forest, which was about a 20-point win there. Win against Yazoo County, win against Silliman Institute, win against Park Lane, win against Christ Covenant, against Pillow, loss against St. Joseph in double overtime, which would be interesting to talk about. Win against Cathedral, a win against Prep this Tuesday, and then a loss today at MRA. Is there anything I'm missing?
Yes, we lost to Yazoo County before that game that we won. We played them on that Saturday and we lost.
Okay, so that will put the Hawks at 9-4 this season, which is a pretty good and respectable record for this team.
Hey, Rob, how do you think the team is so far? Like, what makes the team so great?
I think our team is very good because just the effort we put in the off season. We've been lifting weights. We've been having practice. We just we love the people around us and we love what we're doing. And we just have a lot of skill as well, so that helps out a lot.
Can you run us through what the typical practice looks like?
So we get in there, we warm up. We go through our offense segment, go through everything we need to do for that day based off the games previously. Then we go through our defensive segment, and we'll just rebound, stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there like a checklist that Coach Goodman specifically has for what the players should do?
Yeah, we have goals every day, but it's like team goals. Like we need to talk today. We haven't been talking. We need do stuff like that.
Right. That's awesome.
What's been the main struggle on that sort of checklist? What's kind of been the main struggle to check off that checklist?
We can go through stretches where we don't talk as much, where there'll be 2 or 3 guys who are just really talking, but the rest of the team doesn't have as much energy, and they're just a little bit more quiet. So,
can you tell us what the importance is for the team to communicate in the middle of a game or in the practices?
In any basketball situation, you want to communicate just so you can know if on defense, if there's somebody who you need to go and just help on, or if you need to stay on your man. But yeah.
All right, Rob. With last year's seniors leaving, how have the seniors this year stepped up, or how's the game plan changed with a new set of people stepping up?
Mm-hmm. Every year new seniors need to step up. We've had some very vocal leaders, very leaders who show what they do, demonstrate what you need to do. Sam's been a very vocal leader this year. Always, talking and just making sure everybody's in the right spot. And then the other ones have led by example, and it's just been really good.
Okay, yeah. One thing about Sam, he started that Turning Point group that meets sometimes during homerooms. So I can definitely see him being pushed as a leader. Again, he's been doing really good on the court with his threes. I don't think he's kind of in a slump right now, I think. From last year, if you threw the ball to him, it's going in every time. How do you see that sort of thing playing out?
Every year goes through a slump. I think it's natural. I think he'll be back to making everything sing. Yeah, that's just natural.
Okay. On the topic of seniors, when I'm just walking around during drumline practice or even before the walkout for the football game for state championship when we walked out to the bus, you see Noah Sensing outside of practice shooting threes with his dad, making sort of plays there, just practicing extra. How do you see that playing in games, or do any other seniors do that sort of thing?
Noah, he's always working, always improving his game. The same goes for Pepper. He's always up here. Just all of our seniors are always up here, and they're just putting in the work, putting the hours, and they're just improving themselves so the team can be great. Just shows how much they care about it and how much they'll go through, how much time they'll and effort they'll put in. It's a really cool and like inspirational thing to see.
Yeah, it's been really evident here recently, especially on Tuesday. I watched the live stream for the prep game, and it was both Noah and Pepper having 25 plus points, both of them together. Um, how is that? Do you think that's going along with those practices they put in after extra practice?
Yes, 100%. I mean, they each had 25 points apiece. And it was just a really cool night to see like all the effort they put in come and show itself. Um, and it's really nice. And I'm glad that they can see that.
Especially with that big of a game being against Prep, against a rival team at Prep and beating them that well. Was the motivation there because it was a rival game?
Hey, it's always a good day to beat a Patriot.
Patriot month this month, right?
Yep.
Going against Prep, MRA, East Rankin, and Heritage.
Yep.
How do you see that week going? What is your predictions?
I think Heritage is a really strong team. I think that we have a really good team built as well, and I think that it will be a good game.
Very nice. Going towards with what the seniors do, um, you think there's any chemistry that is with them, like either with the seniors or any of the juniors that are stepping up? Anything going on that makes them both cooperate with each other? Like, are they friends outside of school or helping out each other inside the practices? Anything like that that correlates with that?
It's really cool to see because our whole team, just like last year, we're all really friends. We're all like, we all hang out. Nobody's really like, by themselves. We are all together, and it's like we really all have chemistry, and it's really it's really good to see.
That's awesome.
So let's say you're the opposing team, right? Who do you not want to see together? Who do you not want to see passing the ball to each other? Just who do you want to avoid being on the court at the same time?
I mean, our seniors are really good together. They've played together for years, and they've built that chemistry to know what each other are doing. They know when they're going to be open, and it's just you don't want our seniors like together.
Let's talk about some of the big games that are kind of the highlights of the season so far. We're trying to recap kind of what the basketball season is so we can move on forward. What are some of the big games that you want to talk about?
I mean, some big games is prep. We like it's always a good day when you're playing prep and you win. St. Joe was a really good game. We lost that one in the end, but it was a really good game.
Heard that one went into double overtime.
It went into double overtime. We lost by 3. It was they were a very strong team. Their guard, Joe something, right?
I believe so. I think I heard Craven talk about that on the prep live stream as well.
Yeah, he was a really good player. And then MRA tonight was it was a good game. I think that it'll be a very good game when we play them next.
Okay. I want to go into the St. Joe game.
Mhm.
We'll go into a lot of the wins here next. But talking about double overtime, I was listening to the prep one. He was watching that game. But I heard Craven talk about that to tie it over to go into first overtime, BJ was shooting free throws, and when he made it in to tie it, everyone's cheering. All he does is turn around and just shrug.
Yep.
Is that just the type of guy he is?
It's just the type of guy he is. Really nonchalant, just like, doesn't get too excited, but you can tell he's excited.
So he's not like big headed, like
he's not big headed.
Gotcha.
He doesn't have an ego. He's a really fun guy to be around.
That's awesome.
Enjoyable person.
I love that kind
He
of
seems to really enjoy dunking.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah.
That's true.
But any and every opportunity he tries, he will get it. So
Yeah.
We saw a lot that tonight for MRA's game, actually, with him trying to dunk everywhere.
Yeah.
That number 25 guy on the team, though.
Eric Dampier Jr., yes. He's very big.
How tall is he?
He's 6'11".
That's insane.
Yep. He's the number 2 player in the class of 2028.
he's 2028.
28.
Yep.
So
He's a sophomore.
And he has a hard time with him. Oh my gosh.
If he grows over 7 foot, that's insane.
His dad was an NBA legend. Like his dad, his dad had a really good NBA.
Was he in the? I think I might have saw him because there was a mention.
Yeah, he was on the bench.
I thought so. Oh my gosh, that's
who did he play for?
I'm not too sure.
Okay.
But yeah, his dad had a strong NBA career, and then his Dampier's sister, I guess Dampier Senior's daughter, she's very good at volleyball, and then she played basketball as well.
Is she extremely tall as well?
She's I think 6'5".
Wow.
Just a tall family in general. Wow.
That's crazy.
Yep.
But walk us through like second overtime. How did things conclude?
I mean, we missed a few tough shots. They made some tough shots, and it just didn't go our way.
Well, I hate to hear that. Let's talk about some of the big wins we've had this season. Let's talk about Yazoo County. So that win was at home, 70-65. A lot of big plays there. A lot of highlights that we can show. What was that game like?
It was very a really big win for us because we had lost him a few days before.
Really?
And it was really good to turn around, and we were able to beat them. So it was a way to kind of prove ourselves that we can stand up to good teams. It was our first turnaround from a loss in the season. So it felt really good.
How was that first game? Before we get into the big win we had against them, how was that first game?
So the first game we went. It was a neutral site. It was on a Saturday. We woke up. We got there. We went and we didn't really sleepwalk through the first half, but we played. We knew they were gonna be a strong team, and we were up by I think 8 in the first half. During halftime, and we kept our lead until about the fourth quarter, where they went on a bit of a run, and they ended up winning by I think 7. So,
so not a bad loss. It was that one. Right?
It wasn't a bad loss, but it felt really bad because it was our first loss of the season,
right?
As well as we've been up the whole game.
Yeah.
So it felt bad for everybody. Yeah.
Gives you the momentum though for whenever it was that next coming game.
Yeah.
Facing them again.
It gave us something to aim for.
Yeah.
And
it's always good to have goals.
Yeah.
You can definitely see that in BJ sitting there dunking in front of the student section, I think 3 times. I have such a good clip of it when I was live streaming the game.
Hey, he likes to dunk.
He really likes to dunk. I have one where I think it was Hayden. He was sitting there and fake passed out. It was a really fun game to watch.
Yeah.
The only thing I could say about that game was that it looked like y'all were trying to experiment, which was really fun to see with a lot of dunks, a lot of 3 points. I remember them talking about that if y'all really were trying to sit there and win, I know y'all were trying to win, but if you were really trying to win, it would have been a higher up score. But it was a lot of fun seeing y'all try to experiment in different things. Can you walk me through kind of how those experiments were going? If y'all saw it as experiments, really.
I mean, we were just trying to have fun playing a game that we love, as well as be a team. So, I mean, we were just trying to play, and that's what came out of our playing.
Okay. It was really interesting to see, especially again with the dunks, all of that. It was really fun to watch.
Mhm.
We talked a little bit about prep, but I want to speak more into that big prep game because, again, 25 plus points for both Noah and Pepper. Listening to the stream again, I agree with Craven when he said that Pepper was kind of the MVP of that game. It was really good to see him. Anytime he got the ball, he would make it into something. Can you walk me through the big prep game?
Yeah. Just a really big win. Good game to have a W on, and yeah, Pepper's just a playmaker. He'll make something whenever he has the ball, whether that's being a pass or just a tough shot. So yeah.
I'm trying to think, because last year Wiggy and Pepper would play together. Do you think that Pepper's kind of becoming and stepping into those shoes from Wiggy, or is he just becoming his own person entirely, playing completely different?
I think he's his own person entirely. Because Pepper would not hesitate to get a shot off, whereas Wiggy would try to get in the paint, and not in the paint, but like he wouldn't shoot as quickly as Pepper would. Where
Okay.
he would try to either pass or drive the ball.
Interesting.
One thing from BJ that I sat there and wrote down that in that game, he had 3 giant blocks there to just change the momentum of the game. He's been doing that a lot recently from home games to some of the games that I sit down and watch on the live streams. How does he, again, he's a junior, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, he's a junior.
How does he step up and make those big plays as a young person?
I mean, he's just a strong player. He knows what to do. And it's just always like I'm sorry.
Sorry.
What game are we talking about?
This
Prep.
is the prep game.
Okay.
That's the
Okay.
prep game because we got the 3 blocks by BJ. We got one big one from Corey as well. The only thing I could say about it was the third was really shaky. The third quarter seemed to be really shaky. A lot of missed rebounds.
Yeah, we're not great in the third quarter.
But turning around that fourth, just extending that lead to 8.
Mhm.
How did you feel about moving that score up from a 1-point game up into where it was?
I mean, it was a good momentum like builder, and we just kept on building on that momentum. And like the blocks, obviously helped with that. Whenever you can get them 9 and have it get shot off, and we can just take the ball back and go score and put some points on the board for yourself, and they don't get any. It's always a good way of building momentum.
All right. Next thing that we should talk about before we kind of wrap things up, the big game for MRA. Even though this one was a loss, it still brought us a lot of experience and a lot of help and motivation for our team, right? So with this, we even saw you get some play time in the second, third, and fourth quarter as well. How are you feeling going into this game?
Going into this game, we knew, Dampier, Junior was going to be a good, obviously tough opponent. And we knew he had a solid roster around him. And we just we knew it was going to be a tough game. Um, we just wish it could gone the other way. We just didn't execute to where we needed to be. Whenever somebody would block out Dampier, there would be a small guard from MRA who would always just sneak by and grab a rebound and get a layup or something. So we just need to execute a little bit better on the defensive end as well. Just as offensive on the offensive end as well.
Yeah, especially on the offense. On the offensive end, I saw really especially Pepper leading, basically trying to get as many passes and threes that he could for openings. I saw there was always the number 25 guy. I can't remember his name right now. Dan Pierre. he would always be able to like stand in the way of basically every person on that court. But every time he would step out, like there would be an opening, and they somehow blocked that opening.
Well, we just really need to like he's obviously a tall guy, but we needed to get some paint touches. We did not shoot well from the 3-point line tonight. We didn't shoot great from the free throw line either. But we just need to get more paint touches so we could either get an easy layup, or a hard layup, or just go to the line.
Yeah.
I think open 3-pointer is always nice, but if it's a tough shot, then you should, just put your head down and drive to the basket, see what you can get from there.
Yeah.
Because there will probably be somebody who helps over and then an open man from that.
Hasn't Coach Goodman basically been hammering that in for people for the past couple of years?
Yeah. Obviously, and especially when we're not shooting as good as we can do
average.
often.
Yeah, average.
But yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah, I agree when you're saying that y'all been driving in very well. I just think the officiating was just not on y'all's side tonight. That's what it seemed like to me. It didn't seem like they were on your side. They allowed a lot of physicality, a lot of physicality is good, but when you get it too much and escalates, I don't think the game goes off too well on either side of the court. Again, with 25, he's the only person I've ever seen when I look down that makes you look short. Knowing me, I'll stand up to you and like, hey, Rob. Seeing you lower, but still, they had to take him out pretty much most of the time you came in. So how did you feel guarding someone that's, taller than you? Does that happen often?
So yeah, I went in the second quarter. And he played all the way through the fourth when they put in some, their subs, like all their subs in, just because they were up by enough, and we had all our subs in. But yeah, he's a tall guy, so you can get your legs into him and you can push him off the spot that way, but you gotta be careful because they work on a lot of fouls. But it is hard whenever he'll get over his when he'll go right hand over his left shoulder and just do like a baby hook, and it's just like you can't really stop him just because he's like so tall.
Yeah.
But you can like physical, like if you're bigger than him. I know there was somebody at JA. I think his name is Moss. I'm not too sure. But he was a big boy. And he was also getting into him. But yeah.
Okay. Because it was ridiculous to see how tall he was. They had, for the JV girls, they also had a girl she was what, 9th grade, 8th grade?
She was,
that was Dampier's sister.
Yeah.
No.
That's the entire family there.
6'5".
6'5".
Yeah.
That's
for the varsity girls.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
For the varsity girls, there was one girl that was I think she did play both sides actually, for varsity, and
she played JV as well.
I think someone played JV, but
I don't think she was the six.
I don't think the same person.
No.
But there was a 6'5" girl on the JV girl squad, and it's like, you look like you could be playing for the varsity boys.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, she plays. I don't know about JV girls, but I know she plays varsity girls. I'm not too sure her age, but I'm pretty sure she's 6'5".
Yeah. That's
nuts. Wow. Y'all played really good against that sort of opponent. I got to give you that there.
It is always tough facing our big opponents like MRA and Prep and all those, but those are always fun to watch as a
they're always good games.
Audience standpoint as well. Always entertaining, especially with the student section that we have now.
Yeah, our student section has been really good this year.
Yeah.
Just so loud.
They bring the energy, is what
they really do. All their chants and all that sometimes it gets into the opponent's heads. But that's great for us because
that's what we want.
We always take an advantage.
Yeah.
But they've been phenomenal this year.
Absolutely.
Oh, I've loved it. I've talked about it on the last episode about. I give a lot of credit to the Honchos because last year it wasn't as big as it was this year. But going into softball season, then football season,
Mhm.
it was that student section was so big and so loud during the softball season that you had other teams saying that the reason why we won was because of our student section.
Yeah.
I still remember one time, was it the Christ Covenant game that they overflowed
That
from
was Christ Covenant, yes.
overflowed from the student section into the mezzanine.
And they were yelling from the mezzanine while they were doing
I
free
remember
throws.
Garnet goal.
That
the
was
whole
it was
I-
absolutely the best moment I think I've ever seen for a student section in general.
it was
where-
amazing.
Where both
I remember
sides,
that was great.
yeah, I was laughing the entire time, being like, man, our student section for this specific game, absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're piling. Normally, you get a little bit up into the middle section. We're
Yeah.
piling out all the way across the whole thing.
We're overflowing. They've been amazing. Just bring the energy. I love it.
It is so much fun to see them. Sometimes it makes me want to be down there instead of up there doing my director stuff. Because like, you have to know if you're in the middle of that, it's going to be insane.
Oh yeah. I bet it's super loud.
It's basically like a party, like whenever you're in that kind of student section. So with it, it's just
I bet you it's a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, but you got to give credit to some of those honchos. They sit there and they'll turn around, they'll start things just yelling. Because I get to see them. I have a camera up there that points to them, and it's like tonight, our scoreboards weren't working on the live stream.
Where that?
So I think it's because we got the new scoreboards, and the scoreboard was kind of buggy.
Yeah.
So we just had to turn it off. Craven wanted to put my student cam on one of the scoreboard so we can put it low.
Yeah.
But even with us losing, our student section never left, never lost hope at all.
Mm-hmm.
And
they were always there through the end, just bringing the energy no matter what. And that's what gives us like such an advantage when we play at home, because of the energy that they bring and that the fans bring. And yeah, it's just been amazing to see this season.
Our honchos this year have also just been like the most creative.
Yeah, they've been fantastic.
Out of everyone that I've seen so far, man, I've gone to Hartfield for over 10 years now, seeing all of this, and it's just insane to see the creativity work that they do.
Yeah.
All right, kind of the conclusion sort of thing. What do you think the funniest moment of the season's been so far?
Two that I can think of, just that we've discussed, is one just playing 4 Patriots in a row.
Yeah, that is
it's just funny, like the schedule, how that lined up. Then another one is just, our student section's been amazing. The Garnet Gold chant from across the gym was fantastic. And it's just, it's just been a really fun season overall.
With the schedule, does MAIS still do the schedule for basketball as well? Is that right?
I'm not too sure.
Okay, because like either or, for them to put 4 Patriots in a row, why on earth would they ever decide that for Hartbeat?
I mean, I'm sure it's a coincidence, but it's a funny one.
Yeah. There's a lot of Patriots.
There's a whole bunch of Patriots.
I don't know why we have so many actually.
Yeah.
For Mississippi in general.
Yeah,
they like that word, Patriot.
But with the MAIS, the whole new ruling system that they've done this year, what do you think about prep and MRA not being district opponents?
So, I mean, the games don't matter as much now, but the games really do matter because it's a rivalry that has built up over the past few years. So it's a game, where
basically on paper, it's not a
one that matters, but it's one that
matters. But it's one for us that we want to be on that.
On paper it doesn't matter, but to everyone it matters.
Right. So I agree with that fully.
So yeah, that's a real stinger tonight, and then on Tuesday beating prep was a real big victory that everyone went home happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I was watching the live stream. You could see it from their camera feed. It was even the student section. It wasn't as big as home, but you filled up the whole stadium on our side and still doing the same chants. Yeah. It was amazing.
It was really cool to see how our student section just came to a away game and they just brought the same amount of energy when we weren't in our gym.
Yeah.
And it really showed.
Is there anything that, for student section listening, is there anything you want to say to them?
Y'all are doing a great job. Keep it up.
You heard it here from Robbie Horner right there.
Do you have any of those?
I did not look at this at all. I completely forgot, but I can make one up on the spot probably.
What is it?
It's a hot take round.
Oh gosh.
So
normally we're
We'll
trying to create like a normal.
Let's make a
We do the feather thing that they do. We do
So,
the hot takes for him, and then
so
I do
if
final
you,
note.
if you don't know, on the live streams for varsity games,
Mhm.
Mr. Craven has made it like a tradition to have like a feather, which means like who they think the best player of that game was.
Mhm.
So for instance, Mr. Craven would be like, "Oh, I choose Robbie Horner for this because of what he did in this third quarter for this kind of reason or whatever they want to make for that." And then they'd all give like different kinds of reasons for what like their player.
Who's was tonight? I'm just wondering.
I didn't know he was on the listening for that.
See if I remember. Why can't I remember this?
Probably the most important part that we
It probably was, but I was trying. Like my brain went podcast. It's podcast time.
podcast.
I think we were talking about. Don't quote me on this because
Okay.
I'm probably wrong. But again, I think Pepper was Mr. White's choice.
Mhm.
Craven, I think he picked BJ.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I know for a fact they gave an honorable mention to you
Okay.
Yeah.
because I got to say this because every time you walk out, right,
Mhm.
the student section goes insanely crazy.
Robbie Horner. That's my favorite.
The whole thing. Because we all know when you come in. I can be looking at the ground and know when you get into the game. So how does it feel with like all the attention on you for that?
I mean, it's fun to have people supporting you. You know, it's. I mean, it's fun. It's a lot of fun to have. You have your friends are watching, enjoying you playing, and they're always supporting you.
You think it cuts like the nerves whenever they do that? Like you're like, all right, this is a funny thing right here. Or do you? What do you think?
Not at all, but at the same time, yes.
Okay.
So like you're like okay, it'll be okay, but at the same time, well, like a little just not stress. What's the word? I guess pressure. Just a little bit pressure. Just that's gonna come with all things.
Right. And the pressure could be good or bad.
Yeah, it's good. It's good pressure.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Let's see.
Do we want to do them or
Do we want to do feathers for like the season so far, like we did for football?
I think that would be a good idea. So
Let's
on
see.
our last episode, we did a like a feather, like a main feather that we thought of. This, for example, this one will be for the season so far. So for me, get back to me on it. I'll think about mine. You can
Okay.
if you got
Okay.
y'all can.
I'm trying to decide because you got, I think, you know what? I am going to go with Pepper Wilson.
Okay.
It's a hard choice between three for me. Between Pepper, between Noah, and between BJ. Because BJ's just been a lot of hype right now.
Mine's BJ.
Mine is also BJ.
Yeah, we both got BJ right there.
I think Pepper, just from, fan perspective, I feel like he's sort of the leader that kind of took over from, at least from my perspective here.
Mhm.
Again, putting up a ton of points for prep, but really driving the ball and doing, again, like you said, isn't afraid to run in or isn't afraid to take shots, just an overall good player. So if I'm going for broad for all the games, I think Pepper's definitely going to be the best pick for me.
Mm-hmm. The three that you mentioned, Noah, Pepper, and BJ, are mine because Pepper's been a leader. He's been our main scorer. Always been solid. Noah's been on a hot streak. This season, no, not even a hot streak. He's just had a great season.
Yeah.
Just making a bunch of shots, and then Bryson, he's a beast in the post. He'll always get a rebound. Just doing fantastic all around. But I think I'll go with Bryson because I mean he came in this school year, and he just really elevated our team to another level.
Yeah, one thing I could say about Noah is the live stream production. We normally give nicknames to all the players.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of a thing that Craven does, and we pick them up. So Noah is the speed trap. That became early season last season. He became speed trap because he can sit there and take a charge really well.
Another thing he does.
Yeah,
he is just like he's uncontested for the best charge taker on the team. I mean, he takes one or two like every game, and just that was another thing that just swings momentum to our favor. I mean, did he take one or two tonight? I know he took one at least.
I think he took one.
Okay. Yeah, I remember he took one, and I mean that was just early in the game, when it was still close, and it gave us some momentum, to keep on going. But that's just another fantastic thing he does. He'll put his ball on the line and for his team, and it's just really impressive.
Yeah, Noah's been good at that for a couple of years now. Me watching him personally for his growth. I've always loved seeing him on the court. Every time every time he took a charge, he'd be like he wouldn't do the flop thing, but he would sit there and wait till someone picked him up.
That's one thing that Coach Goodman has tried to do is anytime a team is on the ground, everybody needs to rush over and help them up.
Yeah.
Just because that's what a team does. We're there for each other.
Right. Like a family, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, when he takes charge, like, normally 3 or 4 a game,
yeah,
you get, it's speed trap, Noah Sensei.
Yeah. That's what we say for the production side, yeah.
There you go.
It's a speed trap. But we have nicknames for a lot of people. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, with BJ, with his, again, bringing back to that dunk, was that Yazoo County or was that Christ Covenant that he did that?
For BJ's dunk?
Yeah, the big dunk in front of everybody.
It was that was the Christ Covenant one.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But yeah, it was, y'all were just doing crazy things, and it was a lot of fun to see.
Yeah. Very entertaining to say the least for that game.
Also, I want to hear more nicknames, so we can do that.
See, I'm trying to remember some of them.
You can't remember.
Oh, I know Sam's.
What was Sam's
name?
I'll tell you here in a second.
Okay.
Noah's Speed Trap, obviously.
Right.
I
think there might have
Pepper is just like salt and pepper, but they don't do much.
They haven't done that in a while, yeah.
They haven't done that in a while.
That's cool. We Sawyer Reed and Josh Holmes, 2 players who don't play anymore. They made nicknames for everybody on the team last year, and it was hilarious.
Can we hear some of those?
Can we hear some of the nicknames?
Why not? I mean, like, they're just ridiculous. Like,
yeah.
Like, they would take people's names and like, I guess they would do the opposite of it. So Pepper was salt, right?
Okay.
So Wiggy Ball was Wiggy Square for some reason.
I think I remember someone mentioning that last year.
So Noah was Yesa.
Yesa.
Remember Summit was Bottom.
Okay.
I like that.
I think Memphis was like Queen because Memphis King.
That's the last name, yeah.
What was it? Like, I think they also would call him Tennessee because like Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah.
So they would call him Tennessee as well. What else was on?
Josh Holmes is actually like one of the funniest kids I've ever known. I didn't think he would be until I had him in my chemistry class, and I was like, okay, this kid actually is hilarious for what he does.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, they just make up nicknames. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, just like built chemistry around the team. It was fun.
Give a joking matter for little stuff. That's good.
Yeah.
It's like Sam was known as Legolas.
Legolas.
Last year, because if you handed him the ball, drop a 3 every time.
Oh yeah.
That's what it was.
So that was Salt and Pepper, Legolas, Speed Trap.
That was our main 3 people that we had.
Yeah, that was the main 3 because Pepper, you got Noah sitting there. He'll take a charge every time. So that was always fun to see. So
Coach Ingram gave that nickname out. which was
Yeah.
absolutely even.
Well,
that was
like,
even the no. Well,
Well, yes, he did.
Legolas-
That was the same stream
That
that.
sounds like him.
yeah,
That was the
well,
same-
because we all know that Coach Ingram always loves Hogwarts, or not Hogwarts.
Hogwarts.
Wrong one. Sorry, Coach Ingram. He loves Lord of the Rings, and he like one time like for homecoming week. For those that don't know, Coach Ingram wore a like Gandalf shirt every single day because he looks like Gandalf. His beard looks like Gandalf, and I'm telling you, it made me laugh every time I saw him during fourth period for not for from fourth period for study hall. It made me crack up every time without fail.
Missing the hair.
Okay, the hat
We
got.
love you.
If Coach Ingram wears a hat, that covers it. All right, he's Gandalf.
He's Gandalf. But that was the same stream last year that y'all were up by a ton, and they talked a lot about Lord of the Rings, like sitting there making names for everyone, just Lord of the Rings for like the whole fourth quarter. That's the funniest thing ever.
Yeah.
That's why I love directing, because I'll just sit there and put the earbud in, and I'll sit there and listen to them just randomly.
Yeah, we don't get that on the player side because whenever we go back, we watch the film that we have, not the.
It doesn't have the commentating.
No, because he has the camera going, and it's just the game.
That's just a huddle camera.
Yeah.
Right.
So no commentating.
Dude,
But-
if y'all got the commentating,
If you ever want to see
if you ever want to check it out, it's actually hilarious.
Hartfield.live, you can go and see all the on-demand games for anything, and it's a lot of fun to
At
watch.
least for home games.
Yeah, for home games. For away games, the other people
Yeah.
kind of have the rights for that. But
Yeah.
well, some of them, because we went to prep and I could watch the away prep game. So it depends on where we go.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we can't take it to North Mississippi.
Yeah.
So
It's just a little bit harder to do that.
right, but Zane, I'm not sure if you're ready, but we're going to move on to the hot take segment. So we want to kind of make this a tradition. What's something big that no one else really noticed?
Something big that no one else really noticed.
In what?
In basketball season.
Okay.
So
And
like,
season
in
so
the
far.
game,
Okay. I
the
was
games
making sure.
basically.
Like, is this a person? What?
Basically, what I'm thinking for is like it's a person who did something that didn't really either get recognized or like some people noticed but they kind of forgot about it basically. One that probably stands out to me is probably the amount BJ plays whenever he has like when he's being the guard basically, and I don't remember what specific game this one was, but he went out and caught the ball, drove it in, passed it back out, and then he snuck around his opponents. The opponent didn't see him, and then he made a dunk, and I was like, that's crazy.
Pretty solid.
So
Hard
that's
for
probably
some guy. How tall is he? Like 6'2"?
6'3".
I don't know how he snuck around.
Big guy.
Yeah.
But he's quick.
Somebody I think somebody I think doesn't get appreciated enough is Connor Dale, because he's there. But there's like big names like the 3 seniors and BJ, and then there's Connor. But he did so much for us on like rebounding. He's always guarding somebody pretty good. But he does a lot for us.
He did good at the prep game, didn't he?
And at the MRA game, he was in like I think the third quarter.
Yeah, he was guarding Dan Pierre for a little while.
Yeah.
It's always a task.
Yeah.
But yeah, he did well against Dan Pierre and did well at prep. But he's just never really like looked at as one of the big people on our team, but he does a lot for us.
An underdog, one could say.
I mean, not really an underdog, just somebody that doesn't get appreciated for what he does.
Maybe I should make a note for myself in my brain for that. Then, all right, good to know.
But yeah, also he's been like, so I don't know if y'all remember, but we had like a scrimmage against like some Hartfield, like older Hartfield players, and he got actually hurt in that game. Like he took an elbow to the rib or something, and that's been bugging him for like he's just had a rib injury this entire season.
Oh my gosh.
So he's been playing through that. I think it's gotten a little bit better, but it was rough. Like he in the what's the St. Joe? No, it wasn't St. Joe. It was the week before that. There was a like a week where he just didn't play, like just because he needed to let it heal.
Against Pillow?
That might have been.
Oh my gosh. What? That's a 65-28 win
Oh,
against
yeah.
Pillow.
That's a honorable
That's a
mention too.
really good game. How was the Pillow game?
I can't really remember much about Pillow.
Yeah, I don't
actually.
remember much about Pillow.
It was an away game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably why.
Actually, no, I do remember that game. Pillow has a really nice gym. That was a good game. We like Pepper came out guns blazing. He hit a few tough shots. We had the secondary team in by the second quarter.
Yeah.
It was like, probably second half, but like it was a really good game. Blowout. Pill was a really nice gym. I enjoyed playing there.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, like everybody got minutes that game. It was a lot of fun.
Because we talked a lot of like the most noteworthy things.
Mhm.
So
Football players.
yes.
Oh
football
yeah,
players.
that is right. We did. We did do that.
Yeah, we wanted to ask you about because we got Dylan Harris. We got to see him a little bit today. It's not as big as a group as last year with Reggie and all of them moving in, but how was the football players coming back from state championships moving into basketball? How was that transition?
Yep. I mean, so basketball shape and football shape is very different. So basketball is a lot of running. Football is a little like it's a lot of running, but it's less like you get time off between each play. Basketball is just constant. So they're getting all in. They're all getting in shape. Dylan Harris has already been a huge help, obviously, just in the prep winning tonight's game. I mean, just the extra people in practice always helps, just because it gives like people who are always playing a little bit extra rest time, even if it's not much, gives them a little bit more. It gives them somebody they can help out coach, and that is always a little bit helpful. It gives us more bodies, which is easier for like just not scrimmages, but like 5-on-5 work. And just more people to use. So it's always helpful having, not too many people, but a good amount of people, like 10, 15 area. And it just gives more energy to the gym. So it's good.
So this wasn't wrote down anywhere, but I want to talk about the JV guys team. If you know any of them, but me and him get to commentate for those games for the live streams now. And they seem like, they're already ready to play varsity.
So after tonight's game, Coach Jimmy, his son's on team. So he was like, they play with heart. Y'all need to do that. Just cause like we weren't executing on rebounds and stuff. And gave up some second chance points. But he's like, so I don't know much about him because I don't get to see him as much, even though my brother's on the team. I know some of them, they'll play with some grit and they'll play hard. And I don't know too much about them, but I'm glad to hear they're doing well. And any other information y'all have on them?
Because there's most of them are ninth graders. There's 2 8th graders. So a lot of them are going to move up with you being a senior next year.
And y'all will be able to teach them. These seniors have been able to teach y'all. So it'll be interesting. The combination that y'all will be able to have.
Because you got some of those kids that they were making plays that I didn't even think were possible for an 8th grader to do.
Yeah.
Tonight, that was Shelton. He was
first layup.
He was doing arm through 2 people, reverse layup, and make that shot. It was
pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm like, who taught this guy how to do this?
Hey,
He's in 8th grade.
Coach Ball is a fantastic coach. He does. Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
You got some kids. Inman's a 9th grader, right?
Inman is a 9th grader. Yeah.
He kind of reminds me of you. Just will run in when need be. He was playing guard position as well some of the times. But again, he's a bigger kid. He will play post as well. Again, I think I gave him my feather,
for tonight. You did.
Tonight.
Yes. Yeah.
Because
I gave mine last time to him.
Big plays. He isn't afraid to just drop his shoulder, move you past, and put it up. So I'm
Like,
excited because now we get to see them every time they play at home. I'm excited for them to move up next year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see.
Also with Shelton, like another play that happened kind of similar to the one where he had 2 people guarding him. There was another one where he had 3 people in his face,
Mhm.
and he was like, "Okay, this doesn't scare me at all," and he decides to shoot it. And I was like, "That's probably not going to go," and he drains it immediately. Like,
Hey,
okay,
there you go.
this guy has the stuff right now. Like he's hot.
It's a
Hey,
really good game for
Glad
him.
to hear it.
Yeah.
But when he shot, he didn't, fall this way. Both hands above his head, just threw it.
Yeah.
And he just
That's what made
went
me
in.
think
It's
it
like,
wasn't gonna go in.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess if it works.
It was pretty interesting.
So I'm excited for both varsity and junior varsity moving in to these next couple games. I want to thank you for talking to us. Kind of this recap. We're going to have stuff on YouTube. We're now on Spotify. We've got Instagram as well. So we're going to be posting there. You can see us on Hartfield.live. You can see him on all the basketball games on Hartfield.live as well. We're going to be live for JV. Obviously, he's varsity. So I want to thank you for your time, especially since it's like 11 o'clock right now.
Yep.
But I really want to thank you on behalf of me, Zane, and Rob. This has been the Hartfield Hartbeat Podcast. Go Hawks.